What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rio, and this is my wife Kyra, and we are back with another episode of Marriage Madness. What episode we on?
6.
Episode 6 of Marriage Madness.
So today we went over a couple of topics. We got some of your topics by email, and we have them in the queue. But today we were scheduled to talk about spousal expectations. What I as a wife expect from my husband, what he as a husband expect from me as a wife, where we may lack,
Right.
and go from there. So I'll let you start.
As far as me, I don't expect much from my wife. I'm not that kind of guy to where like I need this, and that done. I more so look at things like if I'm out and I'm at work all day, I do want to come home to maybe dinner being cooked or started. Because if I get home at 5 or 6 o'clock, no reason why we're waiting until what?
No reason?
I don't feel like we should be waiting until 8 o'clock to start dinner. A lot of times he likes to wait till 8 o'clock to start dinner. Am I wrong?
No.
So that's kind of like a red flag for me. Sometimes I just get in my feelings a little bit and I won't say nothing. She'll be like, babe, you ready to eat? I'll be like, I've been ready to eat. But I'll be like, nah, I'm good. Don't even worry about it. I'm about to make me a sandwich.
And that's petty. But anyway, keep going.
That's not really petty though.
Next.
I mean, and also we can talk about when I come home. A lot of times I've been working all day. You see, she looking at me because she know I'm about to get into it. But I've been working all day. I come home and the kids then terrorize the entire house. I mean, terrorize the entire house. There's toys over here. It's just chaos. And when I come in, a lot of times I catch her on her phone. And I just be looking like, I want to go off, but I'm not trying to be that guy that's always complaining about this and that. So a lot of times I'll just drop everything I'm doing. I'll take my shower and I'll come downstairs and I'll start cleaning. Because that's just me. Because I don't want to sit around and look at all these toys on the floor and these dishes over here. Not saying that it'll just be messy. It's just that I can't deal with just stuff everywhere. That's something that's just not going to fly with me because how I was raised. How I was raised was like...
Is that a shot?
No, it's not a shot of nothing. It's more so just how I came up and how my aunt raised me and told me like, hey, you got to do this, this, and this before you can do anything. So I had to clean the kitchen. I had to mow the grass. I had to vacuum the house before I could even go outside. Around here, it's like, you do what you want until your dad get home. Now, I got to be the bad guy once I walk through the door.
You trying it. But okay. Next.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Intervene. Go ahead.
I don't want to intervene. I want you to keep going. Taking
That's
it all in.
I mean, that's the base of, well, we could talk about the mess that be in my bedroom. She don't kick the kids out the bedroom. She just let the kids bring all their toys in the bedroom, all their covers, all their clothes, everything just be in our bedroom. So when I walk upstairs, oh my God, what is this? What is this? You telling me that you downstairs and the kids upstairs in our room? How many people out there when you was a kid, was you allowed in your parents' room?
You are so trying it right now. Now I'm about to intervene because I told you months ago when we started redoing our room over with the bed and stuff, I didn't want them in there and I was kicking Leia out. But because it was Leia, I'm like, when I was young, I couldn't just go in my mom room. You like, but it's not, this is not the same day and age. You was okay with it. But now that they're making too much of a mess and it's becoming too much for you to handle, now you got so much complaining.
Here's where our rebuttal. I said that when we were both in our bedroom with the kids. I don't want to kick them out if we in there. If you're downstairs and the kids is upstairs, they need to either be in their rooms or they need to be downstairs with you. Not in our room making the mess and then you go in their room and there's no mess in there. Now I'm left to be mean daddy and tell them, hey, you need to clean up this because this ain't my mess. This your mess. Take your stuff back in your room. Now I look like the bad guy because I'm enforcing what you should have already done.
Nah, but keep it going.
Go ahead. I mean, I done gave you 3 topics.
So the spousal expectations of the 3 topics is what? Because you change the course. So now we're talking about pet peeves. So I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So the cooking. Now my rebuttal. Matter of fact, I don't have an entire rebuttal. I can start dinner earlier. I absolutely can. But a lot of the times, we get up at the same time. He goes to work.
Wait, we don't get up at the same time.
I get up a little earlier. She just
be up.
Yes.
She be up at 4:30, 5 in the morning on her phone. And a lot of times when I wake up and I'm about to get ready for work, what's my first question?
I don't know.
Did you make my smoothie?
Oh.
When I get ready for work, I'm trying to get out the door. I'm trying to be out.
And instead of me being able to just be out right before he leaves, because it's fresh, you can have it and ready. But if I get up at 4 and I make it at 4 and then it melts, then what?
You put it in the refrigerator.
It's still gonna melt.
It'll still be cold though.
All right, so we get up around the same time, like up physically out the bed. My eyes might be open, but I don't get up and be walking around at 4 a.m. We get up around the same time. I make him a smoothie. I see him off. These kids is up. They ready to eat. So I'm feeding these kids. By the time I make, depends, for the most part, waffles and sausage. The girls like boiled eggs and hash browns and stuff. I'm damn near making 3 different meals because they think I'm a short cook in this house. But by the time I do that, they eat their food or whatever the case may be. It may be close to 10 o'clock, 10:30. I got 10:30 to maybe 12:30 before they want lunch. In between then, they still want a snack. Like, Summer don't give me no break. Matter of fact, both girls are always around me. Always around me. My son, for the most part, he do his own thing. But in the midst, it just really depends on what day it is. If it's a Wednesday, I try to wash on Wednesday. So I want to be sorting and washing. It really depends on what my schedule is for the day. Because I started trying to write out what I want to have done. And I'm still working on it. But like my therapist says, I put a lot of stuff on my list. So I need to start shortening my list because it ends up taking my entire day. So I already have a list of stuff that need to be done. But these kids come first. So in the midst of me, after feeding them, then starting on my list, whether it's promoting my business, whether it's, like I said, I'm in school to do master herbalist, whether it's to get a module in that done, whether it's to do laundry, whether it's to, well, I don't fold up on the same day, but whether folding is, I have to fold because the laundry is all the way done, whether something needs to be cleaned, whatever the case may be, I'm in the midst of that. I'm trying to do that in this short period of time before I have to feed them again. Then I have to find them something to make for lunch. So now they're eating lunch. And then I'm going back into my schedule. So I'm not thinking about dinner right now. Plus, I feel like I cook all day. I feel like I'm always making something for somebody to eat all day. So yeah, I wait until later to make dinner. Granted, I can make it earlier. I'm not excusing that. I'm just telling you why I do that from time to time.
So are you saying that your schedule doesn't never work?
Absolutely, and you know I've been working on that. So
okay. I mean, I've been telling you that you need a schedule and stick to it.
Right. But I don't do the same things every day. There's different things that need to be done. So it's not going to be just a set schedule and sticking to it. That's why I started writing.
But if you set a schedule, you stick to the schedule. You don't let anything else intervene with that schedule until you complete these tasks here.
Yeah, but you know, I start a lot of different things at one time, and I sometimes have trouble finishing things before I start the next thing. Again, something that I'm working on. But you saying it like this ain't something you've been to. So but the cooking thing, all right, you got that. I'll start starting dinner earlier so it can be ready when you get home. If it's cold by the time you get home, not my problem.
I have no problem heating it up in the microwave.
All right. What was the next thing you said?
The next thing I said was the toys everywhere.
The toys everywhere. When I pick up after the kids, it get right back to that way. So what you don't understand is, very well so, they may have had toys all over the living room. They very well so may have toys all over our room. When Summer takes a nap and I tell Leia, go in your room for a little while so I could get my time might consist of picking up. By the time Summer wakes up and Leia's not restricted anymore, or whatever the case may be, what happens? The same, they still taking stuff out. They're still, and the thing about it is, I'm not gonna be firm to tell them that they can't play. Like, at the end of the day, no matter how many times I gotta clean up, I will, but I'm not always gonna clean up on your time. So what you said about your aunt raising you, she's like, you got to get stuff done at a certain time, or before this or before that, and those were the boundaries that she set for you. But for me, the idea of like the dishes, sometimes if I don't put them in the dishwasher before you get home, you'll have an attitude. But my mindset is, I'm gonna do it before I go to bed. I ain't really worried about it. It's like, for you, stuff got to be done on your time. That's not always how it works.
That's not what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm not saying that it has to be done on my time. It's just a matter of, if I walk into it every single day, it's obviously not even on your time.
It is on my time. The thing about it is, you come in the house, and let's talk about this. You come in the house, you see something you don't like, you catch a quick attitude, you get quiet, you change the energy, and then, you know, you handle it. So I can't argue about you handling it. If you don't like that it's dishes in the sink, you'll come in the house, like you said, you'll take a shower, X, Y, Z, you'll come in the kitchen. If you see dishes in the sink, you will clean them.
Right.
But your energy is already off. You change the energy, you got an attitude, you just got in the house, and you mad about some dishes. Like, for me, that's bothersome, because the dynamic of our day has changed. Because in the past, we used to talk all day, every day, even when you was at work.
Okay.
We don't do that anymore. And if we text, then it's really about something that's necessary, because you can't really be at your phone like that because you work so much while you're at work. So you don't even know how my day has went, what I've done all day, if I've done anything, what has consumed my day, if I'm overwhelmed. You don't know any of that. But you have a bone to pick with me about something that's not done the way that you want it to be done.
It's not true. Every day I walk in the house, and if I walk in the house today and I see the same thing that I had an issue with yesterday and the day before, of course my energy is going to change.
Your energy is the same way every time. So what you getting the attitude for? This is the reality of it.
Every time I walk in here and there's stuff everywhere, and I constantly tell you, like, yo, make these kids pick these stuff up after they done playing with it, and it's obviously not happening, I'm gonna have a problem with that. Rather than me yelling at you and barking at you about it, I'll just take care of it myself. Therefore, I can. My energy is going to change a little bit, but therefore, I'm not changing yours. I'm not changing your energy.
The minute that you came in with some foul ass energy is the minute you changed my energy. So,
but
get that out your mind.
You knowing me is kind of like you have to be like, oh yeah, he in his feelings right now because blah blah blah.
To do that.
Let me leave him alone for a second.
Oh yeah, she might have had a rough day today, so let me just give her a pass. So why should I say, oh yeah, he in his feelings? Like, you got
rough day every day.
We got 3 damn kids.
I understand how many kids we have, but
6 and 9. Furthermore, we are just embarking on them not even being in school. So before all of this, my son was in school from 8 to 12. My daughter was in school from 12:30 to 2. And I still had shit to do. And in between that, they still had to eat and stuff. Like, there was still stuff to do. Like, nobody just sitting around here not doing nothing. That's what you're making it seem like. Just sitting around here not doing, like I'm just sitting around here twiddling my fingers. And
you be twiddling your fingers.
Twiddling your fingers. Quite frankly, I don't appreciate that because that's not the case. Like, that's really not the case. So
you definitely be twiddling your fingers. One of my pet peeves for her is social media. Get off of that phone. You got stuff to do in this house. You got to tend to these kids. You got to be attentive to these kids. I don't give a about no Facebook or no Instagram stats that you scrolling up for hours. That's a problem for me.
To be fair, a lot of the times that I'm flat on social media, especially now, I'm talking to my graphic designer. I'm finding content for my business. I'm constantly finding different things so that I can push myself out there. To be fair.
Stop. That's not true. We'll agree to disagree, but that is not true. You are not always on your phone talking to graphic designers.
No. I said to be fair, a lot of the time. And yes, I am.
Alright. Alright, give me a kiss, because this is getting intense. Come on, give me a kiss.
No.
This is getting intense, because she capped right now.
Anyway, from, what was the last thing you said?
Let's talk about the kids in the room. What's up with that?
If I had it my way, they wouldn't be allowed in the room. You set that tone. You made it okay.
I'm not even here.
Yeah, but
I'm not even
for the most part, you want me to be the mean parent. When you're here, is why they gotta get out, why they gotta do this, why come on, you didn't have to do that, you gonna kick my baby out, X, Y, and Z. So I keep that same energy, like whatever, like let them stay in there. And then half the time when you're talking about when you do come home and they are upstairs in the room, that's the quietest and the most
messiest
cooperative they are, because the 2 oldest, when they are around, they fight and one of them don't like to play with the other one. But when they are in our room, because he has a PlayStation 4, they like to play Minecraft, they like to watch YouTube together and stuff like that. They get on that together and they be quiet. Summer be up there, she be quiet because she feed off their energy. Sometimes, or a lot of time, I go downstairs and I get my time, because I ain't had it all day. And then when you get home, you very well may not have a problem with me getting my time, but now you have an attitude. So I don't even care about none of that anymore. Whatever. But
it's not an attitude, it's just my energy just be like, I don't want to have to come. So yeah,
and it's crazy because when you come in, sometimes I'm rolling my eyes like, damn, I just sat here getting my time. You might see me scrolling on my phone because I just sat here, but in your mind, you're gonna think I've been down here for 3 hours and they've been up there for 3 hours by themselves, but that's not the case.
Because I'm judging.
I should have to explain that to you, and you shouldn't automatically have that negative thought or expectation in your mind that
you're right.
So you automatically think, oh, she ain't been doing nothing all day. Like you make, and I just feel like as a husband, when you come in and you see stuff you don't like or whatever the case may be, if you be like, dang, you know, like what's going on? What's up? No, you don't, because you already admitted you have attitude. You give me a chance to redeem myself, to say, hey, this is what happened X, Y, and Z today, and then you could take it from there. But to automatically assume ain't nothing been done all day in this house because it's not the way that you want, it's whack to me. So I say all that to say, it might sound like I have an excuse for everything that he's named, but it's not an excuse, it's my reality. Now granted, is there things that I can fix as far as making sure that dinner is ready when you get home? Because you do get home at 4:30. That just pushes, I be damn near cooking at noon, but whatever.
It don't gotta be ready, it just gotta be started. Or just let's know what we eating. Making
sure dinner is ready definitely is something that I should do. I agree with that. As far as the kids, they can get up out the room, period. Like then you ain't gotta worry about it. You won't have to worry about it. And then as far as like the chores and that kind of stuff, like you will have to meet me halfway, because it ain't gonna always be done when you get home. And that's that.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, y'all didn't think we was gonna let y'all end off right there, did y'all? He was making me mad, but
brief intermission. We
had a little intermission, calm down for a minute, because I felt attacked. But
never, I would never attack her, man.
I know, but I just didn't like the direction that conversation was going. However, it is real life, so there's some things that he wish I changed. Like I said, in agreement with him from before, I get the whole having dinner ready and, you know, being more on top of making sure things are cleaned up and taken care of when you get home. Again, I can't say that this is gonna be every day, but I will make an effort. But now it's time to flip the tables.
Let's get it.
Since, like I said, he done changed this whole episode to pet peeves, I'm gonna kick it with him real quick about what I don't like.
Let me sit up for this. Come on, let's get it.
So, what I do give you is that, you know, you don't trip about a lot of stuff for the most part. You provide like you should. So I don't have any beef with you on that. However, going back to what we discussed, and probably back to a previous episode of communication, if you feel some kind of way, voice it. The attitude is out. You change the whole entire energy in the environment. And what I don't like is that you get like that, right? Mm-hmm. You change the energy in the environment, and we trying to function, but then when you calm down and you realize it ain't nothing big to be mad about, then you want to be all over me. Like at that point, like it's more of, it's back to, you want things to be on your time. So when you ain't mad no more, you expect me not to be mad no more. When you want stuff done, you expect it to be done when you want it done. So I feel like you can possibly work on compromising. You might feel like you compromise, but you come off as like, kind of like it's just the way you expect it to be. So I don't like that. That is a real pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
Another thing.
Thought that was it.
No, that's not it. You talk about me in the phone, and I ain't get on that because that's just a constant argument. But I'm working on reducing my social media and phone time, as we all are in this house. But you don't think it's the same thing, but you will get on that game, and you'll be on that game 3-4 hours. Granted, I don't got no beef with you in this game, because I know like that's your time. You don't be out, you know what I mean? You don't be in the streets. You don't even go to the clubs. Like, you always at home. So I know you need your outlet. But like, you get on your game at all the wrong times. You'll wait until, so if I am cooking dinner late, you'll wait until I start cooking dinner and be like, I'm about to get the game, knowing that these kids is all over the place. They in the same, and now I'm multitasking, now I'm irritated. I just would appreciate, like, it would be better overall if you were a little bit more considerate about, all right, these kids gonna go to sleep. You put them down, so you know they be in bed by 8:30. Why not play the game when they go to sleep? It ain't like you on a time frame.
Okay. But
you get on when you want to and how you want to, and then it changes my responsibility, and it kind of is a little irritating. So that I don't like. I feel like
I've been working on that. Can we agree?
What do you mean? You get on the game when you want to get on the game.
As of recent, have I not been like, yo, I'm about to go jump on the game real quick?
You telling me you not gonna jump on, that you're gonna jump on the game is no different from you just jumping on the game at your time.
That's like me telling you, and if you have an issue with me jumping on at that time, I won't get on then.
Yeah, but I don't say anything. So I'm just saying, I feel like you should be a little bit more considerate of the time or what's going on when you make the choice to do something that's going to completely remove you, and things need to be done.
Okay, I got you.
Let's see what else I got. What else bone I got to pick with you?
You ain't got much. I'm telling you right now, you ain't got much.
Yeah, I really don't have that many other bones to pick with you. However, those are two things that irritates me a little bit.
I can most definitely agree to make changes. I play Madden a lot, you know what I'm saying? Me and my man be in competition almost every day, so I can definitely make a change and just play when y'all sleep.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
All right.
But I do want to say something overall, because I think it's important to see that not every conversation is going to be
hee hee ha ha.
And you know, it's cordial for the most part, but it does get heated at times, and people do get offended, but you just figure your way through. But I wanted to say this in regards to, like, even like the pet peeves. There's things that you don't like that I do, and there's things that I don't like that you do, and sometimes we let that create the atmosphere as far as, you know, getting upset because I've done that. But I feel like a different outlook is, so you play this game and I'm a little bit overwhelmed, and then I get an attitude with you, and that changes our energy. But it can also be looked at like, all right, I don't like it, we got another day to redeem it, and is him playing this game right now and me being overwhelmed gonna matter 10 years from now? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is you coming home and the dishes in the sink gonna matter tomorrow?
Right. I can agree.
And I feel like when we do get in those little spats and arguments over pet peeves, and it does like change the atmosphere, we lose important time, and 100%. It's unnecessary. I mean, you know, you got your ways, the things that you like, things that you don't like, but I'm trying to look at things like it's not life or death, and you know, there is some things that ain't gonna be perfect.
Right.
So in that event, like, is it worth it to change the temperature in this house for? Especially when you gonna come home and do the dishes anyway. After you do dishes, you cool, but you already changed the atmosphere in the house. After you done playing the game, I'm cool, but I've already changed the atmosphere of...
We just need to know that your energy affects me and my energy affects you.
Absolutely.
So if my energy is off, that's gonna automatically get your energy off. So before we knock each other energy off. We should just be like, hey, let's do this together real quick. It's a little messy right now, but help me clean up these toys or whatever. Or, babe, hold on, can you play the game once you put the kids down? That way I'm not having to keep up with the kids and cook dinner at the same time.
Right. And I'm with that. I don't have no beef with that. I might have, in the earlier clip, I might have had a, it's my way, it is what it is.
Your tone was a little crazy.
But I'm better now. I just, you know, I just felt like we needed to take it back and get it together, and we've done that. So hopefully you got something out of this vlog. It's definitely unexpected what's gonna happen in our conversations, because again, all we know is topics. We don't know what the other person is gonna say. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with another video this week. Anything else?
That's it.
Peace.
Peace.